Hey, Cowboy here. I see you're checking out some of our first season. Excellent choice. Great vintage stuff. Pairs well with steak. Just a few notes. In season 1, the name of the show was actually Head to Head, a video game podcast. But it's still the same show that you've come to love or will learn to love if this is your first time listening. So in either case, thanks for listening and welcome to GameCorp.
Head to Head, a video game podcast, is about 3 rad video game journalists set in the fictional offices of the evil conglomerate GameCorp. The show contains scenes of narrative elements, some mature content, and a whole lot of immature content. Enjoy the show.
And I think he was Russian, but that really doesn't matter to the story. The thing is, I tracked down the doctor.
Whoa,
and
you found him?
Yeah, I found him. He was in, I don't even remember the name of the country. It had at least 2 Z's in it, and he had fled. He had fled because his visa had expired, and he had to basically hide. And so, I grabbed him by the lapel. I was so glad he was wearing a lapel because most people don't. But I grabbed him and I pulled him close. And I said,
I can't take it anymore. I am so bored.
Oh, JP.
Yeah, I'm pretty bored too, honestly.
The systems are down. We haven't gotten any work done in weeks. I mean, how are we going to record this next episode? I don't know what to do, and I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs like an idiot.
Well, I mean, take it as a free day, man. You know, I mean, we've had it at jobs before. Like, everything's down. There's nothing to do. We're just making that pay, right? Today, we'll just pick it up tomorrow, maybe, or next week, whenever this whole systems issue is solved.
Well, Luke said he would get the virus, like, installed, or he called it an AI? I swear he's been calling it both.
Luke says a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
Well, he said he'd get it fine in a few days and, like, everything should go back to normal. I still think it's ghosts in the walls, but that's me. I mean, he's not going to make us do the podcast this week. We couldn't even play the games. Everything was down. There's no way we could even do a podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, listen up, motherfuckers.
Whoa!
Right.
Jeez, boss,
Hey.
coming in hot.
Oh, I'm just, there's a lot. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna, oh boy. You gotta do the show. Okay, bye.
And this close to Mother's Day.
Wow.
Uncalled for.
All right, so, okay. Well, we got to figure something out. There's a few hours left in our schedule.
Yeah, but we got nothing. We got no games.
Okay.
We have no advertisers. We got nothing.
Okay. You guys try to figure something out. I've got an idea.
Karaoke. I was thinking the same thing.
Yep.
I got some Cyndi Lauper ready. Give me a second.
Hey, you guys know where the broom is?
I don't need a broom to sing Cyndi Lauper.
No, I got it. Just hold on.
Maybe it's like a mic stand thing? Like so you can do the moves?
Yeah, you know, so you can, I got you. You can dance with that mic stand.
All right, let me just put it in. All right. I'll be there in a minute. I'll be there.
What is he doing?
Just come on, you piece of shit. Come on. Just.
He's violating the
Dude.
drop pod.
The tubes aren't working. We know this.
There's something in it. Hold on, let me come back.
Don't make the tubes mad.
No, there's something in the tubes. Hold on. I got an idea. Okay. Just put it real tight. All right, here we go. It's coming.
Oh.
Oh, you just jammed it in there.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Vigorous.
Oh, what is
Oh, it
Jeez.
went everywhere.
What is all that?
Okay, I'm
Was
back.
that all in there the whole time?
Yeah, a bunch of shit just came out of the drop pod. It's a bunch of loose papers and stuff. I think somebody has been clogging up the drop pod with loose questions.
Is that why we haven't had that many recently?
Yeah, probably. Let me gather them up.
I've also been throwing a lot of trash in there just because I assumed it got sucked out to the sewer or the ocean or wherever. So I've been just anything.
Doesn't
Food.
it?
I don't
think
know,
so.
man. I don't know how anything works. Yeah, okay. So why don't we just read a bunch of these listener questions?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, let me just gather all these up and... Yeah, okay. We had a lot more questions than I thought. Like, that's a serious oversight. Okay, let me pull up
Well,
This
we are
first one, yeah.
mysterious dudes. People should be asking us a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm. And the diameter of our tubes is slightly smaller than it should be.
Is that a King of the Hill joke?
You mean
is
the
that,
drop?
is that a propane in my urethra joke? Did you just Hank Hill our podcast?
Bobby, I got propane in my urethra.
Do you know that was actually on The Simpsons? So,
Was
like,
it?
that's a fucking deep cut. It's not even a King of the Hill joke. It's a Simpsons joke about King of the Hill. Yeah, so there was
Simpsons did it first.
Yeah, so there was a it was just this little throwaway line. They're all just sitting there watching TV, and Homer changes the channel, and you just hear, "Bobby, there's propane in my urethra," and that's it. And that's one of
So
like
good.
That's all
it's
you
one-
need.
yeah, it's one of the most memorable like fucking lines about King of the Hill that's burned into my brain, and it wasn't even on King of the Hill. But yeah, okay. So let's just dive into this one. This one was submitted a long time ago, actually. So to timestamp this, this is
Like
from
years ago?
Sierra Mist is the best.
Oh.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Okay, so Sierra Mist is the best asks, if your podcast could be sponsored by any company, who would you want?
Taco Bell, 100%.
Yeah, it's-
easiest
I know, it's
question
Taco Bell.
of my life.
Yeah,
I love Taco Bell.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be Taco Bell because it's Taco Bell for me too. And I feel like we've actually kind of touched on that already. But
Mm-hmm.
unless, Cowboy, you have some other product that you would love to be sponsored by, I think the coolest thing in the world is if we were sponsored by Taco Bell. And that's not even a lie. That's not a joke. Like, Taco Bell sponsor us.
Taco Bell, add us.
Taco Bell, please.
Please. Hey, everybody out there, all of you Franks out there, go tweet Taco Bell. Tweet them our podcast and say, you need to sponsor these guys right now and I'll buy a $5 box. They'll do it. I don't know that they'll do it, but they might.
They won't
Oh, is
even
that-
read it.
Is that our free swag? Like, would Taco Bell add us and give us free shit and it's just $5 boxes? I would take it.
I would take it. Hey,
Oh my
listen,
God.
Franks, if we get sponsored by Taco Bell and they give us free $5 boxes, we're doing a $5 box giveaway. 100 $5 boxes.
How about let's start with let's start with let's start whoa
I feel like-
let's start with one. Let's start with maybe one $5 box. Maybe
I feel
one
like
$5 box.
Our show would become like 45% crunchy taco noises. Like we'd sell out that
Hell
hard.
yeah. Hell yeah.
We'd be talking.
Okay, so it doesn't
We'd use the talking to bite the taco. So like our words would be as we are chewing. We would talk through the taco and consume it with our
It'd be
vocals.
2 hours of talking with our mouths full.
Listen, listen, Taco Bell, I'm here for you. I'm going to throw in that subliminal advertising. I'll be like, these are our 2 games. Let's taco about it.
Oh my
Oh, you did it.
gosh. Just years of indoctrination through Taco Bell.
That's right.
Insert that white brain noise, that subliminally gets people as well. Those little high-pitched binaural kind of sounds.
Oh.
I'm into
Exactly. A
that.
segment ends and I'll be like, so let's get into this next segment.
Queso-rito, baby. Oh, I got a bone to pick still. I think we talked about it before, but the quesarito is still only available via the app. And I think that's an injustice. Totally. Also, Taco Bell, bring back the fucking Mexican pizza. I've said that already
the Mexican
before,
pizza
too.
was so good.
Taco Bell, bring back the Mexican pizza. And the double-decker taco. What are you doing, Taco Bell?
Yeah, Taco Bell, bring in a secret menu item. You need us on your payroll. I'm telling you. We'll make you some real motherfucking money.
Oh, my God, would we?
I would also like to be sponsored by like some sort of product for the deaf.
Like hearing aids?
Yeah, like hearing aids or possibly like braillebooks.com. No, that's blind. What's braille for the ears? What's ear braille?
Braille for the deaf.
That reminds me of that Reddit post that was like, deaf people of Reddit. How do you go on Reddit?
That is essentially what I did. How do you go on Reddit?
And he edited the post comment and he was like, I mixed up deaf with blind. Sorry. And it was just glorious.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let that one go. I'm pretty dumb.
Oh.
You know, my high school shared a campus with a school for the deaf. So one of the language electives that we got to take was sign language. So I took 2 years of sign language, and I know enough to take an order at IHOP.
No kidding. So you remember enough?
Can you give an order at IHOP?
No, but I could take one. That's about it.
Do you know the sign language? Your sign language is like okay, and that's it in response to the order.
The server just said okie dokie over and over.
I know. Hi, my name is JB. I will be helping you today. What do you want?
What do you want?
Politeness takes a lot more movement, and I'm not skilled enough for that.
You want what you? That's how you sign it. You want what you?
Sign language just like, yo, JB, what you need?
Yeah.
What you want?
Like, I want this, that. And then I'm like, hey, can you finger spell that, please? Because I'm slow. And they're like, where did you learn sign language? And I'm like, at school. And they're like, oh, cool. How long ago? And I'm like, a long time ago.
Too long ago.
Yeah.
Can you finger spell everything you're about to say to me?
And then I'll like point the menu at them and I'll just be like, point at it. So I know enough to take an order, but I wouldn't be able to give one.
You know enough to offend people.
I know enough to make them both like
uncomfortable.
No, like I mean maybe, but what I get the sense of is it was enough for them to feel like, oh, there's somebody here in a world where most people don't understand us that is at least making an effort. And then when they realize I'm an idiot, then they're like, oh, how precious. That's how I take it.
At a certain point, they would just prefer that you speak to them in English so that the indignity of what you're doing.
Oh my God.
Not knowing enough.
They did request me the next time they came in, but then the next time they came in was the last time they came in. So I don't know.
He just kept pointing at the pancakes and nodding his head. Yes.
And I bet they threw sign language at you like they were doing some Naruto magic, just like obscene. Just
oh my
a lot
God.
of obscene sign language, and then they stormed out.
What is that called? Finger tutting? Is it finger tutting?
Is that not? No, that's a sex move that you're not allowed to know about, Jake. That's classified.
Is that above my pay grade? The old finger tut.
The old finger tut. Give him the old finger tut. It's not finger tutting. That's no way that they called that Naruto finger tutting.
No,
it's called Naruto
dance.
fingering, or
it's not called
no,
Naruto
that's the sex
fingering.
move.
It's a fucking show, Naruto. They're like, Naruto, do the Naruto finger, and they're like, okay.
It's just
wow, his Naruto fingering is so great.
His Naruto level fingering is over 9,000.
He's a master Naruto fingerer.
It's just gang signs. Naruto is an analogy for the inner city struggle, and I know this for a fact.
Oh my God.
I think
Naruto moves are gang signs for nerds.
They're gang signs.
I thought
That's all they
Naruto
are.
was just ninja wizards. Isn't it just ninja wizards?
No, dude, it's gang violence. It's gang versus gang.
It is. They wear the headbands, the different colors.
You want to run the streets? You want to become Hokage? That's like being a mob boss?
No, that's
my
a sandwich. That's a long sandwich.
Oh.
A mob boss is not a sandwich.
No, a Hokage.
That sounds like dude, if some place sold a sandwich called the Mob Boss, that'd be a bomb-ass sandwich.
That would be the best sandwich on their menu, the Mob Boss. Oh, I'd get it every time.
At like an Italian sub shop. Oh, I would buy that 100%.
It would be an
Don
$11
Margarines.
sandwich for the regular size.
Hey, can I get the Don Margarine?
The Mob Boss.
Maybe we should send that idea to him. I think Don Margarine would make a Mob Boss sandwich if we wrote him.
Hell
have
yeah.
you guys ever wrote into a company?
Yes.
Yeah?
No.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
It was the one and only time I ever have, and it's the one and only time I've ever complained in my life. Well, to a company.
Yeah. Angry letter with bold red letters.
So we ordered a pizza. My wife and I ordered a pizza, and we're like, what do you want for dinner? Let's just order pizza. So we ordered pizza. And it was like, it's going to take 25, 30 minutes, whatever. An hour later, I'm finding like, what's going on? My wife's like, I don't know, I'll call. So she calls and she's like, hey, our pizza's not here. What's going on? And they're like, oh yeah, everything's crazy right now. A bunch of people randomly ordered. We don't know what's going on. But your pizza is just got out of the oven and it'll be there in like 15 minutes. And we're like, okay, cool. No worries. And the guy was like, but because you had to wait so long, we'll give you a free extra large pizza on your next order. And my wife was like, oh, no, that's fine. It's no big deal. We're just hungry and we were waiting for our pizza. And he's like, no, I'll put it on your account. You're good to go. And we're like, cool, thanks. And we were happy about it. Everything's fine. We get our pizza. The delivery guy apologized. We give a big tip. We're like, no worries. We know how it is, right? We're pretty chillax people. So, like a month later, we decided to order another pizza. And I was like, oh, yeah, don't forget we have that free pizza. But it wasn't showing up on our app. So my wife called and she's like, hey, last time, the whole thing, he said he would give us a free extra large pizza. Do you have it in your system? Like, what's going on? They're like, oh, no, it's not in our system. Sorry. But, I can connect you to our, my manager and we can see what we can do. And she's like, okay, cool. No worries. And the other part of this was that we had rewards through this company. And I won't name the company.
What's it
Pizza
rhyme
Hut.
with? Yeah.
So we had rewards through this company and we had a free large pizza already. So we had it waiting for us, plus breadsticks and all this other stuff because we never use the rewards. We just pay for our food. And so we weren't like needing this free extra large pizza. I just want to preface that right now.
Yeah.
And the manager gets on the phone and I got all this after the fact, but my wife was pissed. She was so upset. So after the fact, I'm like, what happened? Because she like went into the room and closed the door during the discussion. And I'm like, oh, something got spicy, So she comes out and she tells me that the manager was like, we don't have a free pizza in your account. And, that never happened. And apparently the manager looked up the order and said it wasn't late. It was actually like ahead of schedule.
Early.
I think she said it was speedy. It was speedy delivery was the phrase that was used.
Oh, my
God.
God.
My wife was like, no, the delivery driver even apologized. Like it was this whole thing. And we don't need the pizza. We just, we were told we would get this and I'm just asking for that. And if you don't want to give it to us, that's fine. And eventually the manager was like, ugh, fine. We'll make an exception just this once, but don't do it again. And I got so pissed when my wife was telling me this. Like she was mad. Like she was on the verge of tears. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I get it. Customers are terrible people, like just in general. I understand it, but we're like, look at our account. We have free pizzas. Why would we try to scam you out of a free pizza when we already have a bunch waiting for us? Like it's not. Anyway, so I wrote an email to their corporate headquarters and I kind of explained the whole situation. And I laid out like, I'm not looking for free stuff. I don't want a coupon. I don't want anything. I just don't want this to happen to anybody else. And I sent all that, and they sent me a response, and they were like, thank you, we strive to do our best, blah, 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 and I just ignored them from there. But that was the one time I ever wrote to a company, and I stand by it. I'll do it again.
Did corporate promise you 4 pizzas?
No, I told them not to give us any pizzas. I was like, don't give us any free stuff. I don't even need a response. I just want you to know that this is happening, and I want you to stop it, basically.
I wanted this for them to, like, offer you 4 free pizzas. You're like, I don't need them, but fine, whatever. And then a month later, you go to check and they don't have them. And you got to talk to the Lord of Pizza and then the Pizza Emperor.
Pizza President.
Pizza President, I want my 16 pizzas, damn it. It's not even about the principle anymore. It's about the pizza.
It's about the pizza now.
It's past my honor. It's about getting 16 pizzas because that's a lot of pizza.
Now I just want my pepperoni, man. Just give me the pepperoni.
Now it's
not
too
even
valuable.
The full pizza.
I can't let it go. It's 16 pizzas.
It's 16.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Those.
I'm going to give you 32 pizzas and put you in contact with the pizza galactic god, with the galactic pizza god on another planet. It just keeps going.
64 pizzas. This is the start of an idle game. Pizza clicker.
Oh my god, that's what it is. I'm part of. I used to think I was laid back, but it turns out I'm just like a weak specimen of mankind, in which I will just acquiesce to like whatever. Because like somebody brings, let's say I order a pizza, and then they bring buffalo wings to my table. I'm like, well, at least I don't got to go hunt my food. And I just start eating it. I'm just like,
God, yeah.
I don't have to forage and gather, so whatever. This will keep me alive. Here we go.
Yeah, wings are fine, I guess.
Dude, there are two different types of people when you're in a restaurant. There is the person who loses their fucking mind when anything at all is slightly wrong with their food. And then there's the person who's thankful that something edible is in front of them. And I feel like all three of us probably fall. It's me too. I've been served completely wrong orders, and I'm just like, let's fucking try something new. All right, let's do it.
Yeah,
I ain't scared.
I could be allergic to peanuts, and I could be like, make sure there's none. And then they bring me just like a jar of peanut butter. I'm like, this will probably just make me stronger. You know, I'll eat this and I'll survive and become stronger. They're right. I'll just fucking eat it.
You're just sitting there and you're like swelling up and you grab an EpiPen and shove it in your thigh. Server runs up like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Did you say no peanuts? Because I didn't know you were allergic. And you're like, no, I love peanuts. I just know I gotta do this.
This is great. This is great. Thanks.
Just looking up with bloated lips and going, only the strong survive. But it's like Bumblebee with like bloated bee sting lips.
Have either of you ever turned away food?
I didn't turn away food, but I had to do something weird. One time I went through the drive-thru with my wife and we had a roommate in the back, and I go through and I order some food. I order like three things, three meals. And then they're like, we need to get stuff for the people at home. And so I tell the guy, here's the simplest thing I can do. Hey, take my order and double it. And he goes, what? And I go, just give me 2 of everything I just ordered. And he could not grasp the concept of punching in everything again. And I went back and forth with this 4 times. So he goes like, what do you want me to do? Okay, take what I ordered, give it to me again, charge me for it again. So do you want like our burrito? No. What I want you to do is just repeat the last 5 seconds with your finger. Just make whatever you just. I told this guy like in 4 different ways, and then finally I just go, you know what? I'll just drive again. I'll just run through again. And he's like, okay. So I just drove up, and he's looking at me like.
He's like so confused.
Embarrassed. He's like, so here's your food. And I'm like, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And I grab it. And then I just U-turn right back into it. I'm like, hey, can I get a... And then I did the exact same order. Because he just couldn't get what I was saying. And I pull up to the guy. He did not acknowledge... Like, he didn't have that moment like, oh, that's what he just looked at me like, are you the same guy? He handed me the same order. And that was like, it was just hilarious. I tried at least 5 or 6 different ways to explain to him, I just need 2 of everything you just order. And he was not getting it at all. So that was the only time I had to do something like that.
I have a story kind of similar. Okay, so... I think, let me see. I'm trying to remember. No, it wasn't quite then. I had to think if my wife was pregnant or not at the time. But so there was a period of time where we lived in an apartment complex that was right next to a Wiener Schnitzel. And my wife really likes plain cheeseburgers. And she was on a kick where she liked cheeseburgers from Wiener Schnitzel, but she didn't want anything on it. So one day I go through the drive-thru to try to get her a burger. So... I pull through the drive-thru, and they ask me, welcome to Wiener Schnitzel. What can I get you? And I say, I just want a plain cheeseburger. And then it's quiet for a minute. What? No, just a plain cheeseburger, just meat, cheese, and bun. No chili? No chili. No chili, just meat, cheese, and bun. No pickle? No? And then I hear, hold on. And somebody else gets on. Somebody else gets on. And they're like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, what do you want? I'm like, I want a plain cheeseburger. I want a plain cheeseburger with meat, cheese, bun. Just meat and cheese and the bun, and that's it. Could you pull around and come inside?
No.
I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. And I'm like, yes, I will, because at this point, I just want to know where it's going.
What's gonna happen.
I wanted to see what was going to happen. So I'm like, yeah, I'll come inside.
I make you come in and make it. Can you point at the ingredients as we make it?
God, I felt like I should have, right? No, I go in, and the manager meets me. The manager. Okay, he's like, I just want to make sure we're doing this right. Oh, what can I get you? I'm like, man, it's just a cheeseburger with nothing else on it. Meat, cheese, and the buns, and that's all I want. And it's like he broke a sweat. He's like, okay, I think I get it. I'm gonna go in the back and make it myself. You just sit tight. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I sit. And I'm there for like fucking 10 minutes. And he finally comes out with the bag. And it's just one cheeseburger, by the way. He finally comes out with the bag and delivers it to me personally. And he's like, can you check it to make sure we did it right? Jesus. And I'm like, yeah. And I open it up. I'm like, meat, cheese, bun. You did it. And they're like, okay. That's the last time I went to Wiener Schnitzel, by the way.
Yeah.
Never fucking went back. But it was amazing. At any time my wife ever asked for a plain cheeseburger again, I told her no. If it was for Wiener Schnitzel, I was like, I'm not going to do that again.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not for Wiener Schnitzel.
All I heard was a story about you being a Karen.
Right.
Yeah.
Really?
Those poor fast food workers and what you put them through. Like, Jake, really? No chili?
No chili.
Not even
I'm
a
sorry.
pickle?
So I know I went to a Wiener Schnitzel. I didn't get chili on everything. I know that's against their SOP for all their food items. But
The one thing I think of when I think Wiener Schnitzel is chili.
Yeah.
just chili, right? You're like, hey, can I get a hot dog?
Or a
Wait, never
wiener.
mind. I want the chili.
Or schnitzel.
And then the bells ring and everyone claps and they're like, you did it. You ordered the chili again and everything's
Ring
right.
the chili bell.
They're like, yes, another chili.
You order chili and they put the bell on the counter and just like look at you for a bit with this smile. What do you want me to? You ordered the chili. You want me to ring that bell? Ring the chili bell. That was a really bizarre world I just created for a span of 5 seconds.
I still just can't get over it. I think I understand.
I think I understand.
And I did not make any of that up. I swear that that's a true story. I lived that experience.
It's like, come on, dude. Like, you know when the burger's done and you're about to put on toppings? Just don't.
Just stop.
Just stop. You're done. You did it.
So just watch and be like, okay, here comes the meat. Here comes the cheese. I'm going to stop you right there. We're done.
They're acting like you were like, yeah, I want a cheeseburger, but can you put some like wood chips in there for me?
I want a $20 bill and some rat poison on it. What do you got for me?
Yeah, can I get a plain burger, bread on the inside? Excuse me? Yeah. Meat on the outside, bread on the inside.
Yeah. So it's going to go cheese, bun, meat. That's what I want. Wrap it up.
That's what I want. Wrap it up.
Oh my God.
I didn't exaggerate anything from mine either. And I think the thing is, with such these weird stories, you wonder, like, how does that even happen? Where's the missing factor? The missing factor is that everybody was high as fuck.
Yeah.
at the place.
Right?
Was yours late at night, Jake? Was yours after
Middle of the afternoon? It was like 2 p.m.
Yeah. They were definitely
They were
high.
definitely high. It was post-lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was like 1 a.m. Mine was a 1 a.m. story.
Lunch rush just ended, so they brought in Team B.
They're like, clean it up. We're going home. All right, so let me see. Okay, here's a good question. Oh, neat. Okay. Hey, H2H crew. We have been using our time machine in order to play the stock market with shares of GameCorp, making sure we always travel to years when GameCorp is turning a profit. This got us wondering. Yeah, right? This got us wondering. Has there ever been a video game that you got to play years after it was hugely hyped as a release, So years after a huge release. Did playing said game make you upset that you missed out on a major moment in gaming culture? Or playing it after the hype, did it give you a different perspective versus the masses and their opinions? Would love to hear your answers. And this is from Josh and Tom from Cast to the Past.
Hey,
Cast of the Past.
That's our podcast spouse. I married them on Twitter, or I don't think I proposed. They're a significant other.
And also,
podcast.
we're filing for divorce, so give us 50% of your listeners.
Ooh,
It
we're
was
going to
an
have to split the podcast
acquisition.
50-50. We get 50 of yours, you get 50 of ours. And
Cast to the head.
Wait, we need
Head-
to check with our lawyers. I don't know if we're coming out ahead or not.
time will tell.
And what about the children?
I get the time machine. That's my deal.
And you guys get...
You get cowboy.
You
We're
get
gonna
cowboy.
replace it.
We get the
can
time
have me.
machine, you get cowboy.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, and
Don't
just
worry, we'll go back in time and give you away sooner.
listeners at home, just so you know, Cast of the Past is a video game podcast, and they focus on retro gaming. They take really unique or cool titles from years ago. They play them and they break it down for you. It's actually a really good show. They also do a lot of stuff on Twitch. Just the other day, I was watching them play Mario Party. So yeah, definitely one of our recommendations. Check these guys out.
That's
So,
cool.
and-
We should do a Twitch stream with them and play like a big game.
that would be
One
neat.
day.
That would be super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Cast
there's
of the Past. Reach out to us or we'll reach out to you,
Yeah.
whichever way. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
reach around to us.
Mm-hmm.
Give
give us the
a
old
little
reach around.
Reach on around to us.
Reach
and
on
we'll
when you get around to it.
reach
Is a
back
double reach around
to
possible?
yeah.
Yeah, it's called the battle axe.
I think that's
Oh, yeah, butt to butt.
What?
what? So anyway,
So let's play.
did you guys ever play? Did you guys ever play like a huge AAA game that exploded in gamer culture, in the news, memes, yada yada, all this shit, but play it years afterwards when all that has died down, so you have a more intimate experience with it?
Kinda. I have three very small answers. So there's we've played retro games on this podcast and they're actually pretty popular. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. If you want us to keep playing retro games, reach out to us. We'll be happy to do so. If you have any ideas, shout them out.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
But we have played a couple AAA retro games that were just super well received at the time of their release, and we shit on them pretty hardcore. So that's kind of the past. When we're talking about the present, dealing with this time machine kind of aesthetic going on, there was a game that I played quite a bit after the release that was super, super hyped, and that was No Man's Sky. I played it quite a bit after, once most of the bugs were fixed and multiplayer worked and all that kind of stuff, and it was fine. So it kind of did give me a different perspective because I wasn't like pitchforks and angry mob, but it was fine, and the VR was cool. But then future. So dealing with the future, I have still not bought Cyberpunk.
Me either.
Oh,
And I'm about to. It just went on sale, and I made $50 in crypto, and that's more than enough to cover the cost of the game, and I might do that.
Oh,
it's a good way to buy it with crypto. That's just like
Yeah.
on brand for it.
I was gonna say
Mhm.
how appropriate, how futuristic.
Yeah. So I'll buy that in the, if not next episode, the episode after that, I'll give a little bit of a recap of my experience. Maybe I'll do we haven't done one in a while. Maybe I'll do a
Mini boss.
wanna
mini
mini-boss
boss.
it?
I'll do a mini boss.
I also want to say it's a bit thematic because cryptocurrency is unstable and so is that damn game.
Oh.
But I get to say that because I am a Cyberpunk 2077 lover. I think the game's fun. If you know there's glitches going into it, I mean, we played Who's Your Daddy, and we loved that.
It was so
right,
good.
right. Yeah.
I'm not turning my nose up at anything. I just squeeze whatever juice is left out of whatever lemons you give me, okay? I don't care if like half the juice is gone. I will squeeze that lemon, I will drink the juice. That's my metaphor.
Yeah, Daddy wants his juice.
Daddy wants his
juice.
I'll squeeze an already squeezed lemon. I don't mind messy
I'll squeeze that lemon. I don't give a fuck.
Let's all squeeze lemons. We'll make it a party.
Yeah, a party where we squeeze lemons.
And I'll invite Grandpa. So
Grandpa loves parties.
Cowboy, is there a game that fits this criteria for you?
No, I only play new games, and after they're new, I forget them forever once they've gotten old.
Just right when it comes out, it's either hit that release window or it's gone forever.
It's hot or not. That's what it is. I mean, I don't mean to, but that's kind of, I have bad memory. So like if a game is like really big, comes out, and then like 3 weeks later, I can't even remember. I'm like, that game's gone in my memory, unless I see a billboard or something or an ad. The only one that I can think of that I did that for was Dark Souls that you forced me through.
Oh, right.
Which, not forces, you encouraged me heavily.
I encouraged you. I didn't force you.
Mandatory persuasion, I'd have to say. Mm-hmm. Or like non-volunteer convincing. There's several ways to put it.
I told you to do it.
Yeah. So you convinced me to play Dark Souls, and it was weird. I mean, I get why people liked it, and I liked the battle mechanics of it, so I got it. But the only reason was because it was so archaic and off anything else that I'd ever played that it was timeless, because there's nothing to compare it to. It is timeless in the fact that it has no time to its weirdness. I think people loved it because it was, I don't know. There's am I right about that? There's this like jarring offness to the game.
Yeah, that was purposeful in its game design. The environments, to me, they always reminded me of how things feel in a dream.
Yes.
Everything is stretched out, disproportionate. The layouts of everything are super weird. And that was all purposeful level design to evoke a certain feeling. But yeah, there's a dreaminess to the original Dark Souls. I haven't played the remaster, actually, but the original Dark Souls, it definitely has this feel. And to me, I love the feeling, but probably not everybody does.
Yeah. When there's jank on purpose, it's hard to say something's dated because it's janked on purpose. Not full on jank, but enough.
Is the original Dark Souls the one where like you're after you finish the cutscenes, you spawn at the camp, you take a left and another left, and there's a bunch of skeletons?
That's the one, and that's not where you're supposed to go.
The first bonfire.
That's what I did.
That's not where you're supposed to go.
And I did it a lot, over and over and over. And I eventually killed a skeleton. Ramp. Yeah, you go up the ramp to the right, and then you go across the bridge, and then you go down into that city.
That's the right way to go.
I eventually figured that out after Googling. But I was like, wow, they weren't lying. This game is hard.
I always think of that skeleton is the exact thing everyone felt. There's this little comic with Link where he thinks he's in his own world, and then at the end, the skeleton like runs him through and goes, "Welcome to Dark Souls, bitch." You ever seen that comic?
Yes.
And that encapsulates like everybody's first experience with like finding that skeleton, because you found him before you were ready. Everyone did. That guy, like, he's wiry. He's like a crackhead,
absolutely.
Dude.
Everybody took a left instead of a right in that game for some reason. My first playthrough, I did the same damn thing.
Yeah. That game's, it always makes me think it's broken. I'm always like, this game is broken. I'm like, no, it's not. It's like this on purpose.
It's like that on purpose, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so mine would be in the similar fantasy vein. I would say Oblivion. So Elder Scrolls Oblivion. That was like a major installment in the Elder Scrolls timeline, and a lot of people still argue that Oblivion is better than Skyrim based on its RPG mechanics. And if you look at Oblivion from a game design perspective, it has a lot going for it. The leveling is intricate, and it allows you to really play what you want to play, the type of person you want to be. And the AI that they wrote for NPCs and townfolk and stuff, they lived on like a week schedule. Every NPC had an actual life and did things at different times of day and did things at different days and stuff. They lived lives, which is wild. If you just sit in a town and pay attention and watch people, they do stuff. They even like scripted like NPCs that have affairs and things like that. Like they scripted very real situations into the game. And yeah, I appreciate that, but I will tell you, I tried to play Oblivion several times, and I'm an RPG nerd. I love role-playing games. I found Oblivion boring. I just did. I found Oblivion terribly boring. I found the landscape drab. The NPCs, it was early on. So it came out right about when the 360 launched.
Mm-hmm.
So it was around that time frame, and the NPCs looked ugly. The environments were drab. I enjoyed the intricacy of the leveling system, but just the quest chains and all this stuff, Oblivion bored me. And I hate to say it because objectively it's a great game. And it's wild too, like as a side note, thinking about that Oblivion and Skyrim came out on the same console. And they're a world apart, like visually.
Yeah.
But I digress. Yeah, Oblivion, man, is my answer all the way. It's loved by so many people, and it's not by me, unfortunately.
Nah, see, Skyrim's hot. Skyrim is like the hot sister, is the hot one of the pair.
Okay.
And like, it's hot and shallow. Because like, every Skyrim quest is a cave full of bandits. You just, all your quests involve going into a cave.
Yeah, a cave of bandits, cave of vampires, cave of werewolves,
spiders,
cave of
spiders, cave of trolls,
cave of bear.
Yeah.
But so like, and then Oblivion is like the bookish good personality sibling, which has lots of substance and like hobbies and stuff to be intrigued and interested by. But Skyrim's fucking hot, you know? Skyrim's, yes, I got to go with Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim was hot.
It's hot.
The one thing I will give Oblivion is it just made it so easy to become a god. Like, that's what I loved. Like, the spell creation system. You could create a thing that would let you jump so high that you would die from fall damage.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so fast to get around, and fine-tuning it so you could jump really fast forward, but not go super high so you don't die right away when you land. And you could just traverse the landscape so quick. And it's things like that I enjoyed. I don't remember any of the quests. I don't remember any of the stories. I don't remember any of the dialogue or lore or even my character, who it was, what it looked like, what their name was. But I remember jumping really high, and I remember jumping really far, really fast.
Yeah. I played, what is it? Kingdom Come Deliverance.
I wanted to get into that.
Which was, it's basically Oblivion without like fantasy or magic. It's like,
oh no,
realistic medieval warfare.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was
like the Game of Thrones version. Yeah, but it's no fantasy, no magic. It's literally straight up medieval Dark Age stuff. Which, like, sure, you'll deal with some politics and stuff, but no, man. I'm trying to escape from a bleak reality, not like jump into another one. Like, give me something otherworldly.
Like, I spend most of my day as an office worker. I don't want to transition from an office worker into the life of a poor peasant, because I know you can't even read in the beginning,
serf,
right?
Dude.
Yeah, serf, office worker. The parallels are too close to home.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that system is feudal. You know, it's a feudal system. Futile.
It's a family feudal system.
That's true. But no, it is like that. The parallels are perfect. And like, you start as a serf, you don't even know how to fight. The combat is so difficult. Any like actual soldier will just murder you on the spot, like, which is realistic. It goes for realism. You can die at any time, and you do. Which, it was intriguing for a bit. But you guys haven't played it?
No. But I watched it when you streamed it.
I streamed it? I don't remember that.
I think that was the game. You were just walking around in medieval times. I don't know.
It was the Renaissance Festival, but like you could die. That's all it was.
That's what it was. And you would like get these guards angry, and they would run at you, and you'd be like, "No, fuck."
Yeah,
that was the game.
But that's it. I think I played that like years after it came out. If it's been out for years, I don't know.
It has. Yeah, it's been several years. All right, man. There you go. Hey, thanks, Josh and Tom. That was a really good question. Whoa, do you guys see that? Look at the lights.
Why are they flickering?
It's the wall ghost. I've been telling you for a while.
Weird.
Ghosts in the walls.
That's weird. Oh, hey, I got a text from Luke. Oh, God, it's everywhere. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. Moving on.
That's cryptic.
Okay. Yeah, I got another one here. This one was from a little bit ago, too. Do you think we deserve a Portal 3? And that's from Cowboy's Mommy.
Excuse me?
That's from Cowboy's Mommy.
It says, your mommy.
It's from Cowboy's Mommy. And Cowboy's Mommy asks, do you think we deserve a Portal 3?
My mom doesn't even know Portal exists. There's no way she asked that.
No, it's right here on paper. Your mom wants to know about Portal 3. Do you think it's not, do you think it's coming out? It's, do we as a society deserve Portal 3?
No.
As a society, I don't think we deserve it.
No.
Do we deserve it?
There's some of us who deserve it, like us, for sure.
Oh, we deserve it, of course.
We deserve it, but you don't.
You know, I'm going to say for no other reason, why did I start with that? There is no good reason. Here's what I'm going to say. I have these prefaces that don't make any sense. Now, when you really slice it, I think we do deserve it for the fact that I think people who played Portal and love it did not really complain that much. Nobody was like, oh, finish the series, Valve, do your jobs. They were kind of like that with Half-Life and stuff, but with Portal, we really just loved and appreciated what they did. It was such like a cherished, cute little game.
That's true. Same with the second.
We behaved ourselves. Nobody was sending death threats and stuff over Portal 3 not coming out. I'm sure they've gotten like death threats and weird, stupid stuff that you gamers, if you guys do that, Franks don't
do that.
Don't do that.
Oh, yeah. Just a general PSA. Don't be assholes. If devs are having
Franks
a hard time with something, the Franks would never. Our listeners are probably, no, not probably, nay, I say definitely, the most beautiful, well-mannered, hot, spicy, most educated people on the planet.
Yeah.
And I know they wouldn't do it.
If you have that rage, bury it, collect it like a jar in your soul.
Yes.
And just keep a warehouse of anger and maliciousness just in your body at all times. And that's the best way, so that like you can use it. It's there for like cases where people cut you off in traffic, or like somebody makes a offhand comment as a joke. Then you have those special reserves. That's what you should do with it.
Don't take it out on a poor game dev. Take it out on people in traffic.
People who aren't making games that I want to play.
Yeah. No, listen to me, cowboy. People don't cut me off in traffic. You know why?
Why?
Because I look at them and I go, he wants to get over. I'm going to slow down for him. And that's what the Franks do, too.
Mm-hmm.
All the Franks out there, they go, that guy wants to get over. I'm going to let him over.
I'm going to let him in.
I'm going to let him in. That's
just
what Franks
enough.
Our Franks would be considerate in traffic. Yes, they would. They absolutely would. Our Franks definitely would not send death threats to devs over a video game if it didn't come out just the way they wanted it. They wouldn't do that, right?
Exactly.
They wouldn't create subreddits just to bitch about video games, right?
No.
Not our Franks.
They would praise video games. So here's the thing I have to say about Portal and just in general deserving things is that when somebody says, well, he got what he deserved, it's always a negative.
Right.
You only deserve bad things, just in general. So if you're of the type of person who thinks I deserve Portal 3, then you're going to get a bad game. You're going to get a real bad game because you deserved it. I mean, you deserved it. You pushed them so hard. You sent those death threats. You know, that guy cut you off in traffic. You deserve that. But you don't deserve Portal 3.
Why does that sound vaguely like a threat or something?
Because it is.
You don't deserve it. Nobody deserves. I will say that nobody deserves. No, I won't say anything. Nobody deserves everything, especially if it's a video game. You deserve to live, eat, breathe. You don't deserve video games.
There's no deserve in video games. I mean, these people like blood, sweat, and tears over giving you. You think your $60 gives you like a right to, claim anything? like, what can you make? Can you make pure art in a 40-hour experience? I mean, any game I've played, I've never deserved anything I've played.
No.
I am grateful from base point 0 on up that this even exists.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you think you deserve a game without microtransactions? I mean, EA is basically modern day Jesus. Okay, I think I got a little bit carried away.
Yeah. If people weren't supporting it so much, I'd be like, if like only, I don't know, 1 to 5% and not children, indulge that kind of BS, then I'd be like, yeah, they're allowed to make stuff and you just don't buy it. It's easy.
Yeah, my son one time spent like $20 on an app.
Oh, God, yeah.
And that was the last time any of my kids spent any money on an app. Because I murdered them all. No, I don't know why I'm saying these things.
You hear it
like I'm being an antagonist.
Head to head, a true crime podcast. Who done it?
Okay,
JB
okay.
did.
Parents out there judging me right now. No, I had a sit-down conversation and I explained, all those times when my son wanted to play and I had to work, that I was working for that money, and then him spending that money on the game meant I have to work longer.
Right.
So that's what I did, and I explained that if he doesn't spend that money, then we get to play more. And then I made a conscious effort to make sure that I, actually played with him more. So good parenting, people. And also I murdered them.
Jack has brought me like the tap, which is what we call the iPad. And he goes, he's told me like, Dad, can you put in your password? And so I'm thinking he wants it turned on, and I go to do it, and I realize he's in the checkout screen, and he has like hundreds of dollars,
like
racked up from like. He's like, Dad, that password, and I'm like, sure thing. Whoa, what you doing there, sport? Some identity theft? You're trying to rip data off?
You want how many diamonds?
And then I maced him.
Yeah, it's the modern day, like, hey, Dad, I need you to sign this permission slips for the upcoming, thing that we're doing. And then you go and look at it, and you're like, wait, this is like you burn the school down sign.
Yeah.
Sign here.
If you're going to rob me blind, at least brandish a knife so I could say I put up a fight or something. So
do it like a man and not like a hacker.
Yeah, don't make this easy. You're not even trying.
You don't have wages they can garnish, but I do.
Maybe like once I will let him buy something and then I'll be like, oh, my dang kid, can you undo all that? My dang kid put it in, but I put it in because I wanted it for a little bit.
They probably would. They probably would. They're pretty generous. When I bought, okay, this is kind of related. When I bought Demon's Souls on the PS5, the Demon's Souls remake, for some reason, the PS5 charged me twice for it. No, not charged me twice. It charged me for the base game and the deluxe version for some reason at the same time. Oh. And it wasn't just the base plus an add-on. It was the entire cost of the base
purchases
and the entire cost of the deluxe edition. Yeah. So I look at my bank. Statements. Like, I don't know, a few hours later, and I'm just going through my phone. I'm like, oh, Demon's Souls just cost me $170 something. And they were very polite about it. And they reversed it. I'm sure they would too if you're like, my son bought 400 Robux.
No, that's right.
Robux dollars. Please help. On that note, my son Aiden almost did that once. He clicked on one of the $100 options.
Oh.
And it started trying to process, and my wife started screaming and trying to fix it. And she even called me going, oh my God, don't get mad. And I'm like, why? And she's like, I think Aiden just bought $100 worth of Robux. Roblox?
Oh my God.
Just like money,
okay,
bucks.
Boomer.
Okay, so I just want to say that I play Roblox with my son every day almost, and I still don't know what the fucking money's called. But yeah, it didn't process.
Also, Roblox blocks is, I mean, I looked down my nose on that game because I had no idea what it was. I thought it was some weird kids Lego game. And then one day we played it with somebody and, we got to play it together. That's a banger game, dude. That game, I play it with
good.
Jack. It's such a cool game. There's so many, like, it's like Mario Party times 1 billion. It's got so many mini games.
It's the Gary's mod of Minecraft. That's all it is.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Okay.
Well, I would say of like kids games maybe, but like it's all
Sure.
user generated content in theory. I'm sure that there's small studios like taking care of the
they
big
do.
ones like Car Crushers 2 and all that. But
Yeah, there's AAA Roblox games.
well, yeah,
There
dude,
is.
I've played several of like the top tier Roblox games
Mhm.
with my son and stuff. Roblox, I won't knock it one bit. It's for kids. Don't go into it and take it serious because it's a kids game. Don't add us with your competitive Roblox accounts and shit. But, it's
MLG Showdown.
right for what it is. Roblox is a solid project. It's a solid thing. Like my son has so much fun playing all the different games on Roblox, and I can play with him. It's one of the games that I can play with him, and we never get bored. There's always something new to do.
Yeah. But here's the crux of it. It is so monetized. And I get that it's a free game.
There's that.
But kids, now that I'm a parent, I understand that kids are the crux of internet money moving about.
Yes.
In certain senses, like with Fortnite, with even Minecraft. He tried today, I think probably even 2 hours ago, or more, he tried to get me to buy something. He was telling me to come downstairs to buy like a Minecraft pack.
Oh, yeah.
And children are used as these unpredictable ways to get money because like people who advertise on YouTube, a lot of your money is going to children not watching and not going to buy your stuff. If a company advertises on mobile ads, kids are clicking your ads. They're the only ones. No grown human is clicking your ad. We know where the skip button is.
Yep.
You are paying money for children to click your ads and cost you money.
Yeah. I will
It's
say
ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves in gaming. I think the whole microtransaction market is toxic. But I will say with Roblox, that's not something that you can just turn on and leave your small kid alone with. Because there are tons of predatory games out there that are trying to make them spend $10 to skip stages and stuff like that. Roblox it's an awesome thing. It's like YouTube, I guess. It's an awesome thing if you monitor it and only let them play games that are genuinely fun, and there's a lot of them out there. So I caught him playing a game, a mini game that was like a don't touch the lava game. You just jump from platform to platform. The son of a bitch put little buttons on the edges of the jumps that trigger a screen to come up that tells you to buy something, so that when kids go to jump, the screen to buy would come up. They'd accidentally click it, and if they don't have a password, their parents don't have a password, it buys it. It should be illegal. That person should be in jail. I agree.
They would be earning fraudulent money. It's ridiculous.
Right. I'm sure there's some sort of report. Something
I reported
on Roblox.
it.
You can report it.
I went in and reported it.
Yeah.
But the thing only had like 10% good reviews, 90% thumbs down. And it was still up.
They should give all the money back to everybody, but they won't because they're a business.
Yeah.
You know.
And they probably get a portion of it.
They're just like, yeah, we'll give refunds to whoever. That's fine.
Yep. I bet you call that call center. They're like, well, you left your account unlocked and it was authorized and bam, we got your money and so does this evil person.
Yeah, we'll give you a refund. Make sure you lock your account next time.
Yep.
Yeah, but what about all the other people? Well, if they complain, then we know it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah. I mean, we only need 25% not to notice and we get their money, for free. Like, even if we give back your money, the people that don't catch it, we get their money and there's no loss.
To be devil's advocate, though, I mean, when you think about microtransactions and stuff, I always think back to the price of video games in general. And if you go back to the original NES games were $50, $55, $60. And they're the exact same price today. When going to college costs 150 times more or some nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Oh, inflation, yeah.
Yeah. back in my day, we paid 30 shillings for a semester. And then I'm sitting here with all these student loans like, yo, like, what's going on? And games are the same price because gamers are poor. Like, not all of us, but we're fiscally conservative. We're smart with our money. How about that?
Are we?
I don't know.
I am, for sure.
But like we sit down and we want a game and we know games cost $50 to $60 if it's a AAA release, and if it's an indie release it costs $5 to $20. And if it's outside of that price range for either type of game, we're just not going to buy it until it goes on sale. And game companies know this. So they're like, okay, well, it cost us $30 million to make this game, and all of our AI and different, investors and, all of our analysts that we pay, thousands of dollars a month to are saying that we need to sell X amount of copies. So the only way we can do that is to sell it at $50, and then we need to add, monthly fees or microtransactions. What do we do? There's some companies that went, oh, wait, but this is a way to make more money than we ever would have if we just charged $80 for the game like we should, like EA. But then there's other companies who are just like, hey, look, not everybody has to do this. We understand that there's some people out there that are going to spend an extra $20 a month to play this game, and that's great. And those companies, I'm like, I kind of give them a pass, even though what they're doing is like, it's a symptom of the world we're living in. And that's the reason we don't deserve Portal 2, 3. We don't deserve 2 or 3, to be honest. Anyway, where were we? What's going on?
Gamers are terrible is the answer.
Yeah, I mean,
terrible league of people.
We're both terrible and great at the same time.
Are we?
I don't know. I mean,
does anybody like carry this feeling that they know gamers aren't like the most inclusive, like kind of at least in title or stereotype alone, like gamers isn't really like the fondest or greatest title.
I don't know. I think there's different like categories of gamers, right?
Sure.
Like if we break them down, like maybe we can break it down into color, right? Wait.
I don't know where this is going.
That's not going somewhere good. Let me try this again. Let's break this down into categories. You have different types of gamers. You got the Call of Duty gamers. Those are like bottom of the bucket.
I don't think so. No, I'll stop you. I'll stop you right there. Just competitive shooter gamers, just because they love those as their main sport does not make them bad people.
No. I'm thinking stereotypes.
Stereotypes.
So like the stereotypical Call of Duty gamer, right? That's dropping slurs and being, mean to girls and that type of gamer. Right? That type of gamer is the bottom of the barrel. And every sort of group has those people who it's like, you like the same things I do, but I don't agree with anything you say or who you are as a person.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that 100%. Yeah. Okay.
Let me tell you what Jake's saying. Jake's saying that playing Call of Duty does not make you a bad person.
True. Playing Call of Duty does not make you a Call of Duty gamer.
Call of Duty is played by bad people exclusively. That's what he's getting at, is like the game doesn't make you bad. It's just like bad people play that game. Awful, terrible people are all that populate it. So it's like it's a thing of
all
cause
that
and effect.
populate it? No,
Yeah.
I'll stop you.
That's what Jake's
saying. No, all that play? That is not what I'm saying.
I used to play Call of Duty and I would troll people endlessly.
Well, it's like a Turing test.
We all did.
To know if you're a bad person.
We all did. Okay, so I'm going to throw an official statement here, and if you guys don't agree with it, you're bad people. Gamers worldwide can play whatever style of game they want. The type of game that they play does not make them bad. It's the actions that they take within the social confines of those gamer communities. That's what makes them bad people.
Absolutely.
If you are on the mics screaming at people about them doing a bad job or screaming about their moms, things like that, that makes you a bad fucking person. Not everybody who plays Call of Duty does that. And I think that's just the end of it, man.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's the same thing with Dota and League of Legends. There's those people out there who are just angry people.
Yeah.
maybe they fell on hard times. Maybe they're just upset. Maybe it was the 8th game in a row that they lost because they kept making mistakes, and they're running out of teammates to blame it on. And, so they lash out, right? They lash out. And I get it. I understand it. But you're a bad person when you do that.
Yeah.
So when I play a game, I just mute everyone, and I play the game, and I have fun, right? I play Dota, I pick Tusk, and I buy 6 Datalises. Because who cares? I'm playing this game. It's not ranked. I'm not going to play ranked and do that. If you do ranked and do that, you're just as bad as the people who are being mean to people.
Are you? Because I don't know what any of that means. And if I played a ranked match, I would.
What multiplayer games do you play or have played?
Me?
Yeah.
Halo. I was speaking of Halo.
All right,
Halo
so
3
if you're playing Halo and you're a bad
3.
sniper and you pick up the sniper rifle and throw it off the edge, you're a bad person.
Oh, well, that's just rude. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's an issue of like demographic, because when's the last time you've been playing Animal Crossing, somebody claims to have slept with your mother and then starts dropping slurs in the voice chat? Like, when does that happen in Animal Crossing?
Yeah. I think I've only seen that like 3-4 times tops.
I mean, only 4 times.
Right, and I'm talking about like weeks of playing.
Somebody visiting your island, just trashing you.
So it would be safe to say that bad people are attracted to intensely competitive online communities.
Exactly, and that's why Call of Duty only has bad people playing it.
Well,
only bad people have ever played Call of Duty.
Bad people exist in every facet, in every sort of like thing you like to do. There's always going to be bad people. There's always going to be gatekeepers. There's always going to be people saying, hey, you're not doing it right. You're bad at this game. You're bad at drawing pictures of dicks. You're bad at crocheting. There's always going to be those people, and you just go, you're nothing to me. I don't know you.
I can say this.
That's my purse.
Because I love Call of Duty and I play it so much.
Well, you're just a bad person.
Don't. No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
In between sending hate mail online to anonymous people and the president,
you play Rocket League and whatever games we're playing for the episode. That's what you play.
I will say that Rocket League tends to attract a lot of toxic people, because when I play and I don't do very well, they start spamming the WoW button at me, and it makes me feel bad.
Oh, so yeah, if anybody hasn't played Rocket League, they have like quick chats, because the mic, I don't know what they did with the mic, but the mic sounds like you're calling from the past on an old cell phone in a convertible car. No matter what mic, you could have $1,000 studio podcast mic like us, and you are still coming through like you're calling from like a Russian bunker during the Cold War. So they have these easy quick chats where you can like hit one arrow on the D-pad and then another, and it has everything from nice shot, great pass. 90% of these are used sarcastically. So like, the enemy team scores and you whiff the ball. What a save, what a save. When it just litters the screen. Everything is sarcastic when you play Rocket League in the quick chats, which is hilarious to me. I actually love that. You kind of learn which are sarcastic and which can't be. But
yeah. In Rocket League, I always take every wow as Owen Wilson going, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
All right, so there you have it. Let's move on. I think we have time for one more here. Yeah. So this one comes in from Carol Baskin.
Damn her.
Damn, remember when that was relevant? Last year.
How old is this question?
No.
Carol Baskin. All right.
You
never watched Tiger
25
King?
Flavors?
You never watched Tiger King?
What? Tiger King?
Baskin Robbins?
You never watched the Tiger King?
No.
The biggest
I've
shit.
seen Lion King.
Dude, the hottest shit that came out of the beginning of 2020, the fucking Tiger King.
Oh, 2020 was my year, dude.
To me, it was Jerry Springer the movie.
Yeah. So it was a documentary about, I don't remember his name now, about what's his face, who had the quote-unquote sanctuary with exotic pets.
Tigers.
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
About the documentary about Joe Exotic, the Tiger King. That buck
That's
wild.
his name?
Dude, okay, so when you get home from work today, go
Yeah.
watch Tiger King.
Got
Please,
homework.
just watch the whole thing. You're a year
I
too
won't.
You're a
You'll
year too
love it.
late. Please watch it.
I
But
won't
anyway,
do it.
this one comes in. Fine,
Do
don't
it.
do it. Don't be cool. I don't care. Peer pressure. This one comes in from Carol Baskin. If you could interview any video game character on your podcast, who would it be? I kind of like this one. If we could interview an actual video game character, who would it be? Like, who would your choice be?
I think I would want to interview Link from Zelda.
Okay.
Because I want to see if he does sign language. Because he can't talk.
How does he talk? It's always implied. It's always implied that he's answering, right? But you never hear it. Just
Telepathy?
all the characters. Yes, I think. Oh my God, is Link telepathic?
Or maybe he has a subtle series of eyebrow wiggles that he does that people can just like, it's like body language. Because Link is like Skyrim. Link's hot, you know? So maybe like body language is that people.
Do go on.
That's all I got. I mean, he's just hot. That's,
You don't have a 10-minute like monologue dissection.
Oh,
about
I don't need
how
10
beautiful
minutes.
Link is. No
No
Okay.
words are needed
Right.
with Link.
But yeah, I can see it because I think some people really can command a conversation just by their facial expressions, right? So maybe
Yeah.
Link does just stand there, arms crossed, and as you're talking with him, you can just see it on his face. You see what he's gonna say, and you're just like, yeah, you're right. We should try this. Yeah,
Or-
you're right.
It's-
You're
it's
right.
possi-
That would work. Oh, yes, you're right, Link. Okay.
treat him like Pikachu or something, like in those shows where they can't speak the thing's language, like Chewbacca. Like he
No,
never
that's
talks.
a language, boy. Chewbacca, that's a language.
He never talks to Chewbacca in his language, which means Chewbacca knows English, but then he never speaks English back to Han.
Yeah.
Han can understand him, but I don't think he knows Wookiee.
They understand each other because no Wookiees can only speak Wookiee. It's a biological
ain't got that.
limitation.
There's tons of examples of that. But
Yeah.
I do want to say, here's the thing. I think it would be funny because if Link can't speak, his answers would be the funniest ever. Because you'd be like, how do you feel that people really didn't like your Sink It game as like because he had that side-scrolling game? Like,
Yeah.
how did you feel that people
Zelda
hated that?
2,
He'd
yeah.
be like, ah! You know? Now, if Zelda was here, would you be polite or would you hit on her? Hit! Yeah! You would hit on her. Okay, excellent. You would just speak in sound effects. Did you know that you have a special release coming out? Oh. just those little barks that they make him do. It'd be great. He's like a Pokemon.
Oh, he is kind of like a Pokemon, isn't he?
Now, what if he did talk? What if for the games they just made him be silent? Because when he does talk, he's got a really weird voice that does not fit him at all.
Oh, Jesus. Link, what do you think we should do? Well, I think we should do this.
I'm here to save Princess Zelda.
Oh, okay. Maybe you don't talk.
Maybe you don't.
Let's try the strong and
Boy,
silent
have I
type.
got a lot to tell you.
I'm super sociable. All right, Link, let's just tone it down. Maybe we're going to do the strong silent type.
That's the answer. That's what it is. For the entire series, they were like, no, Link, stop. Your character is stoic. Well, I can be stoic! But, like, doesn't talk stoic.
Ooh, I'm not going to even respond to that.
Try that, but no words. No words.
Ooh.
Closer? Closer? There it is. You've got it.
Yeah.
You've nailed it.
Every time he doesn't talk, they're just praising him. Oh, that was so good. Just
But I
claps around
didn't
the room.
even do anything.
But Link, what will you do in this perilous time? Dead silence. Oh, he's so good. He's such a good
Wow.
actor.
Oh my God. He just
That's
commanded that
breathtaking.
scene.
I'm speechless, everybody. I'm speechless. He's so amazing. I love this. This is going to be in my head now because I've been playing on the Switch and I've been playing the good one, the Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
I've been having fun with it. I'm going to go on a little thing. Breath of the Wild is like a really glitchy game in which speedrunners and glitchers love it. And I've been having a blast messing around in that game, making weird stuff happen. Like the bounce shield glitches. One of them is called wind bombing, in which you will throw one bomb out behind you, throw the other bomb out behind you in front of that bomb, and have the first bomb launch the other bomb into you to send you rocketing into the sky like crazy high.
Oh, neat.
And it's so fun. It's a fun glitch game, and I never knew it.
That's cool. Okay, so my answer, I think for the podcast, my default answer, of course, would be Mario. I don't have anything to ask Mario. I don't care what Mario's talking about. Mario's one-dimensional. He's just one. It's a
hype train.
Yeah, it's the hype
the good
train.
ads.
Because, all of his stuff is going to either be about Princess Peach or saving Princess Peach or how hot Princess Peach is, yada, 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 Mamma Mia, Mom Spaghetti, blah, 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 bippity boppity, Italian stereotypes. But everyone in the world would tune in to hear what Mario has to say. And Joe Rogan would be signing our checks. Baby, we're coming for you, Rogan. But for my...
Hey, have you seen that thing where they interviewed Mario? Jamie, pull that up. Pull that up, Jamie. They're going to interview Mario. They asked him some crazy questions, man. Have you ever tried DMT?
I like to think either you're so optimistic about this, then we just end up getting the Mario from Mario Super Show, that one Italian actor.
I would love him.
Do the Mario.
If we could get him on the show, dude, so many people would tune in anyway. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd be a cartoon. What are you talking about? I'm the real Mario. Hey, do the Mario.
Hey, you see my show from the 80s? I'm the real Mario.
They just got those fancy cartoons to do. Oh, I'm going into the wrong accent, but you get the idea. You them dang old cartoons that they got me in.
Hello, it is me, Mario.
Mario.
I come from the crazy country of Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh, wow, wow, wee, wow.
Princess Peach, very nice.
I am Mario.
Can I tell you that it might have been today or even yesterday that I was thinking about like Mario behind the scenes as like maybe a movie somebody filmed with Mario like doing all this stuff and then going like, it's a me, Mario, and then the curtains close like on Super Mario 3, and then he just pulls out a cigarette and takes like a big drag and starts like walking off. And it just talks about his life as an actor, the most famous cartoon actor of all, and what he has to go through. And the behind the scenes with the mushrooms and everything, like his addiction recovery, his chasing of women, his complexes. And in my head, I played out a behind the scenes documentary about the actor, Mario.
I would watch that.
So good.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
I would watch that.
Watch the shit
It's
out of it.
me, Mario. Oh, fuck.
Gin and tonic.
Jesus.
Now.
Yeah.
I fucking hate my life.
I gotta tell you, I don't even remember acting in Mario Brothers and Mario 2. I don't remember it all. There's so much cocaine. I don't remember it. The only way for me to know that I was even in this is to play the game. It's wild. I know, but it's a living, right?
Some days I wish somebody would just jump on my head like a Goomba. Just some dark behind this. Just like Peach talking, like he doesn't talk to anybody after. He just like films and then he leaves. I don't even know if he has hobbies. I don't know what he's into. I tried to ask him out on a date once and nothing.
The rest of the cast were so close. I mean, after work, me and Bowser and Toad and
oh yeah,
Dry Bones, we go out to eat, we get drinks, we have fun.
Bowser's the best. Bowser shows up to everything.
He's such a good guy.
And he has upstanding, single dad. He's super brave.
He has all those kids. He takes care of himself. He balances
kids.
acting with his parenting. He's a great guy. He's always thinking about you. Great guy. But that Mario, the scene, he's smoking, he's going to his trailer. Nobody knows anything about him.
He just takes big long drags of his cigarette and he just stares at that poster with John Leguizamo on it or whatever. With the two of them, he just stares for hours sometimes, and he just shakes his head. We don't know.
There's a There's always this mix of anger and shame that washes over his face, and I mean, a few drinks in, he just loses it. I mean, there's nights where you can hear him crying in his trailer. I saw him throw his glass at the poster once. Like, the guy's complicated. The guy's
just
complicated.
him in the trailer, Mamma Mia, just breaking down.
I just don't know how long I can take it anymore. You know what I mean? I mean, the money is good. The money is good. It's great. It's the best in the world. But why am I so sad? Why am I just so sad all the time?
Spiraling out of control. Whoa! That's good. Record that. We got to use it in the game.
God, I could see the documentary. I could see it. You know how they film, like they do a little bit of like the pre-action where people are sitting down and getting mic'd.
Yeah,
he's sitting down, he's getting mic'd, and he's like, well, lights a cigarette. It's a me. And then it flashes Mario. Ooh, I would watch that. I would watch
that too.
Sounds so good. Would you want it to be live action or animated?
Oh, live action.
Both.
I kind of want it live action.
I would want it to be live action in like the documentary part, but when they're showing clips, it's all in the game.
It's literally just Mario 3.
Yeah, that was me. The animators are able to animate me. It's wild stuff.
I lost 18 pounds running those levels.
As it goes black and white, boink, boink. Yeah,
you know, none of those Goombas got paid for that scene.
My knees are fucked. You know, they made real dinosaurs for this shit.
You know, at one point the drinking got so bad that they brought somebody else in. They just changed his colors. It was going to replace me, but I fought against that. You know, they named him Luigi. I don't know who Luigi was. They said they were going to replace me. I showed them, though. I showed them. I'm still here. I'm still here. Mamma mia.
Absolutely beautiful concept. Zack Snyder, I hope you're listening.
Yeah.
Or Jack Mider, the less well-known director. You could probably pull it off.
This one time I came in, they said, "You've hit rock bottom, man." I said, "You ain't seen bottom yet. I'm all the way in the sewer." That's when they came up with the pipes idea. That's all me.
Oh, man. Hey, JB, who you got? Who would you like to interview?
You know, I'm going to go back to Cowboy's whole answer. I know he talked about like Pokemon a lot, and that really spoke to me. So, you know, I think if I was going to interview somebody, it would be Cortana from Halo. For a couple reasons. Like, number one, I mean, she's a badass AI, right?
Sure.
Like, futuristic AI, you can kind of start to understand, like, how does AI work? Do you actually feel? Do you consider yourself human? Do you consider yourself above us, below us? Where are you, like, in relation to humans in general? And kind of just, how does that feel? Do you feel, right? Like, a lot of these existential questions could be answered. But also, like, do you know that they used your name for, like, the Microsoft Assistant? Because that's kind of weird.
Isn't that her?
That's her. That's Cortana.
Yeah, they made that money.
Isn't it kind of wild?
She got in with Microsoft.
Isn't it kind of wild that our first assistant on the Windows platform was Clippy, and then they replaced Clippy with a literal naked blue woman?
I mean, she's got darker blue around the problem areas.
So, like, no, Clippy's not sexy enough. Clippy's not doing it for everybody. Why don't we just have a naked woman?
Yeah.
And then the CEO's like, yes. Bill Gates is like, yeah.
And this
why don't
naked
we have
woman,
a naked woman?
And the best part
Clippy
about
was
this naked woman is she's based off of two naked women.
What does that mean?
What?
She's based off of this doctor, Dr. Halsey, and the daughter.
Oh, you mean in the in the Halo in Halo?
Yeah. She's based off of Dr. Halsey and Miranda. So she's 2 women. So technically,
I mean,
it's a threesome.
to say it's based off of naked women. That's like to be like, I, cowboy, am a naked man, except all these dang clothes in the way. But otherwise, I am.
Hey,
but yeah, I mean that's the base nature of a person.
But it's true. I mean, like, what are you wearing right now?
I mean,
wow,
you're sitting next to him.
not even a nice ASL.
No. But like, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a sleek jean jacket and some corduroys that don't quite go all the way to the ankle socks.
Okay. But what you wearing under those corduroys?
Where's this going?
Well, thanks to Terry's inspiration, nothing at all.
Exactly. You naked. Just like Cortana.
You heard it here first, folks.
Underneath all those clothes,
Completely
pure naked.
I'd like to say that, yes, we... Aside from the clothes, we have recorded every single episode. Aside from the clothes, we recorded every episode naked.
Mm-hmm.
Heard it here first.
So stupid. I bet under all those clothes you're naked.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
would
such a
also
good
ask-
pickup line in a bar. You slide up like, hey, baby, you know, underneath all these clothes, I'm fucking naked.
Butt ass naked.
I'm butt-ass naked right now.
It's so stupid. If it weren't for all these clothes, we'd be naked already. It's just a logical conclusion.
How you feel about that? How's that make
How
you
you feel about that?
How you feel about that?
I would also ask Cortana to interview Mario, because I think that would be good.
I would ask her about Master Chief. I would ask,
Who cares about Shepard?
that's
Commander.
you were blurring some lines
Shepard.
right now. Who cares about large
Who the fuck cares about
protagonists?
Nuka? We're talking about Mario.
Yeah.
Marcus Phoenix can go stuff a grave for all I
can.
care. Stuff a grave is actually a neat phrase.
That is a neat phrase.
I just realized that.
Shepard?
All right, guys. So, hours into this, I guess that's the end of our listener questions and probably the end of the show, right?
I think we filled our contractual obligations, which is to say, fulfilled our passion for podcasting.
I think we did the thing. Yeah, for sure.
We strive to give you the best of the bare minimum.
But before we end this amazing, wonderful episode, we got to talk about the audience head-to-head. This audience head-to-head is brought to you by
what's up?
So I don't have a thing that tells me. It's brought to you by Mitchell Headburgers tomato cages.
Oh,
These cages hold your tomatoes.
I'll take 10. I'll take 10.
Yeah. The Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is a movie. So
Tomatoes make ketchup. Last episode we asked you what did we ask last episode? I don't have any of my notes.
Oh my God. All right. So here's me, JB. Last episode, we asked you what is the most iconic gun, the Wappy Zappy Portal gun or the Pew Pew GoldenEye gun from GoldenEye, the golden gun, the gold one and gold. This one was
That's
a
right.
tie.
That's right, JB. This is Cowboy here. It was a tie, which has never happened before in the history of any contest. And we're kind of unsure about what to do. What do you think, Jake? What should we do?
This is God.
Oh.
And I say,
God.
you should pick the one with the most letters. That's what you should do.
GoldenGun.
10?
Probably the golden gun.
PORTALGUN.
They both have 9 letters.
I will not be questioned. I am
Oh my God.
infallible. God away.
By God.
I don't know why he interrupted me. So here's what I think we should do. Let's just put it to a 3-way vote.
Okay.
We all have a 3-way, and whoever's better at sex will decide the winner.
Oh.
No. Let's vote on just who's the winner directly.
Oh,
That takes so much less time.
yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to vote for... I'll take the first vote. What was the question? Which is the more iconic gun?
Iconic gun. Portal gun, golden gun.
I love the portal gun, but I mean, golden gun is iconic. It is so timeless. It's golden gun. My vote.
Well, I think I'm just going to negate the whole thing because the golden gun's totally my vote too.
Oh,
JP,
shit.
what do you think? Give us your useless opinion.
I was going to be the detractor and say golden gun, and I'm still going to say golden gun.
Hey.
You would. Golden gun wins.
Play the fucking music. Yay!
And this episode, we're going to ask a very planned question.
Yep.
And that question
Did you not come up with a question?
He's doing it now. Watch a genius at work.
But I have the memory of a goldfish. What color Pikmin is best? Is it red?
Is this the question?
Blue or yellow?
There's even all the colors?
What color Pikmin is best?
Of the identical looking Pikmin.
Is it red, blue, or yellow?
Well, there you all have it. Another perfect podcast. And if you argue with me, I'll hit you with my body. Maybe my fist.
Thank you for sending us listener questions. This episode could not have happened without it. Please keep sending us more. Twitter, Instagram, internet.
MySpace.
Mail it to us.
LinkedIn.
Gmail.
Telegram.
HOHpod.com.
Singing
Just
telegrams.
send an email at
Ransomware
HOHpod.com.
chat.
Go to H2Hpod.com. Go to the AMA section. Just send us
Postcards.
questions.
Yeah, and I want to thank Metroid Mike for the use of our theme song, I Can't Break. It's off of the album Heart of the Juggernaut. Check him out on Twitter. Check him out on, I was about to say on a podcast. No. And check out Balefire's Two Mimics to Midnight. That's always super cool, too. It's actually a really good song. Like, sincerely, go check it out. It's fucking cool.
And I want to thank you all for listening, especially to this episode. You love the sound of our voice. We are ASMR for your ears. We are beautiful, and so are you. And I love you all. Thank you for listening. Now, don't forget to stay for the post-credit sequence, which does not exist, so get the fuck out of here.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Or afternoon.
Or morning.
It's 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m.
I'm off the clock.
I'm out of here.
Bye. I'm off the clock. No overtime.
Hello, fellas. I'm here for the outro.
No, we're not doing a post-credit sequence, Terry. We're good. It's a light episode.
Yeah, it's 5 p.m. The systems are down, man.
Yeah,
We're just
done.
going.
But what do you mean? I was told I could be in the post-credits.
No, Terry, stop. No, there's no post-credits. If you keep talking, we're gonna have to put this in the episode.
Okay. Can I be on the next episode then?
No, just stop.
I have another story that I can share.
Oh, boy.
Damn it.
It's a good one. All right, Terry, you can be on the next episode, but you gotta stop. We're off the clock. Boss doesn't give us overtime. You know that, right? I get overtime. Oh.